Hi, everybody. I'm popping back in here again. Oh, I see someone signing up for the workshop. Woo, woo, nice. I'm popping back in here again because my internet was doing some wonky, weird things. And I just wanted to pop in here and share about. Hey, Leah, we're popping in again. I tried watching some of that back and it was really difficult. So I'm just going to pop back in here. Leah was on for the first one, so she already knows that I think my kids, even though they say they weren't trying to stream, I think somebody was trying to stream something. So, okay, cool. All right, so I wanted to pop in today just a second time here and just let everyone know about some really cool things that I've got going on. And in the title, you can see where I shared that creating time and space for you must be non-negotiable, right? Because when it's negotiable, right, it's actually a disservice, not only to yourself, but to everyone around you. So we talked about, I wanted to bring it back around here again as to all of the things. Hello, everyone that's joining in. So I wanted to come back in and share just a few things that come up, right? And I want to share a little bit of because this was me too, right? I could not for the life of me create time and space for myself, right? Like I had the best intentions. I'd be like, I'm going to do it this time. I'm going to do it this time. As soon as I finish X, Y, and Z, all the things on my to-do list. And the things on my to-do list were for everyone else. It was for my kids. It was for my hubby. It was for the school. It was for the neighborhood. It was for parents. It was for grandparents, right? Especially if you're a caregiver, right? If there's someone that you're taking care of, or multiple people, it can be really hard to take that time for you, to create that time and space for you to recharge, to really, dive into what it is that you want. So, and I love teaching people how to do this because for years, I definitely, and I know that I have family members that struggle with this as well, of we just, it's so hard, right? Like, it just sounds so easy. Like, sit down, read a book, or go for a walk, or I don't know, go do something that isn't work, right? Or if it's something that we really enjoy, because it might be work, but it might not be your main kind of work. It might not be your main hustle. I don't like to use the word hustle, but I think you know what I'm saying. And you would like to work on that. You would like to start taking steps to put that into action. But you're doing everything else for everyone else first, right? And it's when we get to switch this that you get to go first, right? That everyone around you receives. And I'm going to share with you a little bit about what I'm talking about. Okay. So I'm going to give you an example of I was a stay-at-home mom, 3 kids, my hubby worked, right? And I was happy to stay home with the kiddos. And I would say at about year 10, right? Year 10, I all of a sudden just started feeling like there was something more. There was something missing. There shouldn't have been anything missing because I had everything, right? But those were the things, I had everything, but there was still something more beyond that I wanted to contribute. I wanted to make my own money. I wanted to do things and help people, right? And I had 10 years previous, right, heard this commercial for a massage school in my area. 10 years. I held on to that dream. And I put it off and put it off and put it off and put it off because kids are little. This person needs this one needs this, school, all the things, right? It was all the things, right? And there was always something just more important than me. And yeah, so I put that dream off for 10 years until one day I woke up and I was resentful, angry, pissed. I was pissed. And I felt like I shouldn't be. I should be just totally grateful. And why am I this ungrateful person for feeling like this when I've got all these things and I have healthy kids and there's so many people that don't have what I have and they would love to have what I have, right? And I still wanted more. I was this selfish, greedy person that I couldn't even admit it to myself, let alone anyone else. And then one day when the anger and the resentment was just too much, I was like, you know what? I'm going back to massage school. I I know that this isn't going to be easy. I know that there's going to be everything in the way that we've done it is going to be turned on its ear. I know that I'm going to be taking money from, or I thought it was me taking money from my family, right? Like these are all the stories that show up when we want to claim and name and make this time and create this time for ourselves, right? These are all the stories you're taking from your kids. They could do this if you didn't do that, and how dare you, and there's time for you later, and wait till the kids are married and raised and out of your house, like all the things, right? And this is the thing though, time is a non-renewable resource. We do not know how much time we have, right? And this is the thing we gamble with the most, it seems. So I was like, that's it. That was a hard stop. This was the day I became a non-negotiable. Even if on a conscious level I didn't realize it, I was. And we had to do all kinds of things to make this work, right? I went to school at night. I made all of those things, study time, asked everybody for help. I needed help cooking. Oh my God, I taught my 14-year-old how to cook, which she's grateful for, not really, but she kind of is, And so everybody got to pitch in, and everybody was a part of me going back to school. I would never have known that I was going to receive that, and my family was going to receive that. So because I made this time and space for myself, and I said, y'all, I need to do this. I'm answering this call for myself. I'm going to show you, I know Leah, you've already seen this, but this is I'm going to show y'all the very first thing I bought with my very own money, which is this fireplace. Oh, where's my finger? This fireplace right here, right? I just painted it. It was a really pretty cherry, but now it's French country. Because I'm going to share more about that, why creating, it's not just time, it's your space. Your space needs to feel amazing and inviting and uplifting and energizing, right? Otherwise, you're not going to want to go into it. So we're going to come back to that. That was the very first thing I bought with my very own money. I had been a stay-at-home mom. I had never really made any money other than when I was single and before I was married. But it had been, like I said, 10 years since I had really earned received money. So for me, that was like a game changer, and that was it. I had the bug. I'm starting my own business. I had clients. I was booming and off to the races. I was already a booked solid practitioner. And then I got this other itch, right? Then I'm like, oh shit, Laura, here you go again, right? And I retired from massage after 4 years. My hands and wrists started to hurt. But before I did that, I implemented and I added coaching in, right? So now I'm a money mindset manifestation coach. Woo, woo. So again, I made space for myself, right? I made the space for myself to be able to receive this. Now I've tripled my income, right? I have weekends off with my family. My kids, 2 of my 3 are opening up their own businesses because they got to see what I did and oh, I don't have to work 9 to 5. Did you know 11 million Americans since the pandemic have quit their job because they made themselves a priority and they are now no longer they are a non-negotiable. 11 million Americans are saying it's a job, that employers are short on employees. Yes, they are. Because 11 million of them quit because they were sick and tired of the way and all the things they were missing out on, the way they were being treated, overworked, weekends, nights, 18-hour days, right, and being underpaid. 11 million Americans quit their jobs. Woo, woo. This is so exciting to me. I love this because now they're opening up their own businesses. They're doing the things that they love because they're creating time and space for themselves. And they're traveling and they're across the world and they're connecting with their family and their roots, where they're from. And they're thriving, not surviving, because they followed their heart, right? They took that leap. They created time and space for themselves. And they said, you know what? Let's just see what shows up. 11 million Americans. Oh my gosh. So you get to see, and I want to go back to, because I went back to school to be a massage therapist, my oldest daughter, Alexa, she is a registered nurse. But I'm going to go back a little bit. On her first 4 weeks of nursing school, so I completed massage therapy at this point, I'm a coach. She was in her 4th week of nursing school. And the nursing school is brutal. You fail a test and you're out of the nursing program. There's no fooling around, here. And it's serious, and it should be. My daughter was 4 weeks into her freshman year in college and she was failing. She had like one more test. Like she'd gotten a D. Now she needed all A's. Otherwise her whole average was going to go below a C. And if she failed this upcoming test, she was out of the program. So I was like, Alexa, you're a smart kid. Like she had done so many college credit courses, the whole thing. Like there was something off. So I took her into this very room that I'm standing in and I said, Alexa, show me your books. Because at one point, and this is massage school, it's so intense. At one point, I almost stopped massage school and went into nursing school. That's how intense your massage therapy programs are. So the next time you're getting a massage, like know that your massage therapist knows what they're doing. Like they know hardcore all the parts of your body. So, and they know what's going on, how it works together, and like how to help and help you get that under control. So anyone, massage therapy is not a luxury. They know their shit and they can help you. Okay. So Alexa, my oldest, brings her books into my office and I'm like, put everything down on the floor and I wanna look. I'm like, what's going on? She showed me. I saw it just like that. It was a quick little pivot of what she needed. She was confused about blood vessels. And I said, Alexa, he's trying to show you, the teacher's trying to show you that this constriction here, it's like a finger over a garden hose, and that's like increasing the blood pressure, right? Because there's a blockage, so it's like the blood pressure is going up. And she was like, oh my God. Her whole mind was blown. Y'all, I wouldn't have like been able to help her with blood vessels. Like that was one little thing. And then there was like this other little tweak. I wouldn't have been able to help her had I not made time and space for myself and gone back to massage school, because the anatomy and the physiology was so intense. And because I could help her, she, from that moment on, a student all the way through nursing school. She graduated. She's been working now for 3 years as a nurse, making freaking killer cash. All because I made time and space for myself, right? I was able to help her and tutor her in her work. It was a magical moment, and so if you ever hear yourself saying that you are selfish, you are taking from your kids by putting yourself first and going back to school or starting that business, please, if you hear nothing else, hear this. That is a lie. You are helping everyone around you. You are, even if it's not directly, you are inspiring them to be like, I want to do that. I can do that for myself, right? Like, it's so inspiring. So Alexa's now a nurse, making buku cash, right? And just helping people. She loves her patients. They love her. Like, they gift her things, and she couldn't be happier. So they're going to Maui. She better take me with her. She's going to Maui in April. So I'm like, you're amazing. I just love it. So this is what you get when you make time and space for you. And on a personal level, for me, I tripled my income, right? I got to take weekends off. I got to do what I love. I got to help my people. I got to do so many fun and amazing things. I got to spend more time with my husband. We went to Hawaii. I took my whole family to Hawaii. I would never have been able to do that had I not made time and space for myself, first become a massage therapist, then retire from massage therapy, and then step into coaching. I would never have been able to scale my practice in any way like that, and to be able to do these things and to now be a money mindset and manifestation coach. So I'm inviting you. What in your life have you been putting off? Maybe it's like me for 10 years. Maybe it's for 20. Maybe it's for 10 minutes. It doesn't matter. I'm glad I caught you here when I did, right? That we can get it at 10 minutes would be fabulous. Because it's actually by you doing those things. And I have received yes. Oh, yes, Leah. Yes. I love you. Yes, exactly. And you have received, right? My clients receive, and all the people around me receive, my family and myself and my community, right? Now I'm able to donate. Like, remember, I was talking about this level of contribution. I wanted to give back in my community. Now I'm able to. I'm able to on a regular basis. I was able to rescue 2 dogs, right? And, now I work from home. Before I was at an office. Like, offices are super cool and everything, but I just wasn't feeling it anymore. Because I just needed to be back home. There was something for me. But again, I made that time and that space in my home. I took 2 rooms, y'all, in my home. I said, they're mine. Move out. I'm just kidding. Nobody had to leave. We had extra rooms. But I named them and I claimed them for myself, right? And look at what I've been able to do. And as Leah has shared here, yes, I've gotten to receive. And now I create courses and programs and I coach my amazing clients. And I create workshops. So, which is really why I want to invite you all to do this for yourself. And if that guilt, that feeling of being unproductive, if I'm not doing all of these things that other people expect me to do, right? We're going to talk all about expectations. We're going to talk all about shoulds and how you're shoulding all over yourself and like what that's actually doing, right? Because when you can see it from the other side, you're going to be like, damn, I'm making time and space for myself every day, right? And we're going to talk about planning. We're going to talk about the words that you use. Like, we're going to like uncover like what's getting in the way between you creating this time and space for yourself. What's making that difference and why aren't you? So we're going to talk more about that. And it's going to be this free workshop that I'm hosting. It's on Thursday, December 16th, 1 p.m. Eastern. If you want to join my free Facebook group, we're going to be live streaming it in there as well as in Zoom. So if you have the Zoom link from the email, that is exactly where you can go. We're also going to be streaming it in my free Facebook group. It's called Being You Financially Free. I share money mantras in there. We share like all kinds of ways to really get into the elements of becoming financially free, because that's what you're doing when you're creating time and space for yourself and you are connecting back to what you desire. This is the pathway to becoming financially free. This is the pathway to becoming financially free when you can tap in, tune in to what is being shared and presented for you, when you're following your heart, when you are following that 10-year dream that's back there, right in the back of your mind. Like, we get to bring it forward, because I want to know, like, what do you have that you've been putting off, right? And how, like, just starting to look at how are others around you, what are they going to get to receive because you need time and space for yourself. You have my story to go from. Who around you gets to receive because you get to create this time. You get to make more money if that's what it is that you want to do. How, is it you want to make candles? Is it you want to make and sell products? And that's how, does that light you up? Whatever it is. And we're going to talk all about how you can plan that into your day, just like you have a to-do list, right? Like you plan your to-do list, like when you wake up in the morning, all the to-dos you have. And I want to show you how to make a for you list, okay, that actually gets done. I want you to have, like, my intention is for you to have the same inspiration to attack your for you list the way you've been attacking your to-do list, okay? So that you can do both. This isn't either or. This isn't yes and. This isn't let me work myself to exhaustion and then I give myself leftover sloppy seconds. No, that isn't working. Because when you give yourself sloppy leftover seconds, that's what you're giving to your family. That's what you're giving to your friends. That's what you're giving to your community. You've got nothing left. You've got nothing left. It's coming from a place of force. If you are pushing yourself through, that's not you. That's not you. That's pushing. Anyone can push. I think of those 11 million Americans that quit their job because they got sick of pushing, and all that they get to receive now instead, because they're thriving and instead of surviving, and they get to live, right? So I hope that you will all join me. Go to my bio, click the link to register for the workshop. It's called the How to Create Time and Space for You Without Feeling Guilty and Unproductive, because I know those are the feelings that come up. We're going to talk all about it at the workshop, right? Like, it's about an hour. Sometimes I talk a lot. I might go over like 15 minutes, but like my intention is for the hour. There will be a recording for those that sign up. You do need to sign up to be able to grab that recording. And it's also going to be live streamed into my Being You Financially Free Facebook group. And there's also a link in the bio to go ahead and join that too. You have a couple of options, and then hey, I'm always sharing things in there, and I'm going to have lots of cool things following the workshop as well. So the best way to receive that is to come into the Being You Financially Free Facebook group. All right, everybody, thank you so much for your patience with the internet the first time around. I'm glad I got to come back in here and make sure everything was really clear for everybody, and why it's so important to make yourself a non-negotiable. And I'm going to show you step by step how to do that, because I want to know what you're going to receive. I want to know what your family, what everybody around you is going to receive, what the world is going to receive as you receive, because that's where it's at. All right, everybody, have a wonderful evening.